Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the start of a brand new Let's Play series here on YouTube. I'm Tony and this is Blyth Spartans. The reason we've chosen Blyth Spartans is very simple, okay? Back in Football Manager 2010, I took the Green Army. I took them from Blue Square North to lifting the European Champions League, and I celebrated by writing a stand-up show about that achievement. Since then, I've started streaming on Twitch. I've been making podcasts. I do some bits and bobs on YouTube. I've had people saying to me, Tony, when are you going to do a Blyth Spartan save? You should do a Blyth Spartan save. Hey, you should do another Blyth Spartan save. And I've always said no. And the reason I've said no is because I've never thought I could achieve what I've already achieved with Blyth Spartans. And I don't know why Football Manager 2024 has made me think different, but it has. And I think we can do it. I think we can win the Champions League again with Blyth Spartans. And you know what? We're going to do it. And it's going to start right now. It's official. We've signed on the dotted line. Tony Jameson is in charge. Media predicts us 16th. Initial thoughts of the squad, 4-2-3-1. I'm not a fan of a 4-2-3-1, I must admit. Expectations seem fairly straightforward. Don't get relegated. And then also next season says don't get relegated. And next season says don't get relegated. And the following season after that says don't get relegated. Okay, so here we go then. First look at the club info screen. Just so you're aware, we're using the SAS skin. There's a link for that in the description below. Fierce rivals, Gateshead, Darlington and Spennymoor. Other rivals, Ashington, South Shields, Whitby, Morpeth, Bishop Auckland, Bedlington, Harrogate, Wrexham and Hartlepool. In terms of our legends, icons and favourite personnel, the big legend, the main man, is this guy, Robbie Dale. Right now, he plays for Blyth Town now. I mean, he's Mr. Blyth. He's got a mural painted on the side of a chip shop, 6'7". He's the only player I've seen score a hat-trick and save a penalty in the same match. Man is an absolute legend. As you can see here, 620 league appearances by Robbie Dale, 198 league goals. Quick little nosy at finances. Financially, we're looking fairly healthy. £51,000 in the bank, a transfer budget of £5,000, practically unheard of at this level. £8,500 wage budget. We're currently spending £4,420. Should be worth pointing out at this point, by the way, when we look at the squad, we are using the real world database. Okay, so this is the squad on day one. It's going to be added to as the save progresses by the game, adding the transfers in that are already agreed. So we're not going to be using any transfers during the first season because I'm just going to work with what the club have already decided is their business. Unless, of course, it turns to shit in January, then we will throw that £5,000 and God knows what to try and get more players in. And I guess we probably need to work out where we expect to see that squad. This, of course, is the league table, and our expectation is to finish bottom. And this right here is the initial squad depth screen. So it looks at first glance that we've got one centre half, we've got a left back, 3 central midfielders and 1 striker and possibly a goalkeeper. And I say possibly because this is FM24 and they tend to get injured quite a lot. If we take a little peek at what the squad looks like compared to everybody else in the Vanarama North, we are, how do I describe this? We're heavy set. We are the heaviest side. But we're the youngest, we're heavy set and we're aggressive and we're physically fit. We're very, very fit and we've got high flair, decent vision as well, good dribblers, high technique. Given the fact we haven't really got 11 players that look decent according to the squad depth, this is pretty good. So let's take a look then. First of all, I'm going to be drawn straight to Jordan Hickey. He's our ball-winning midfielder. Great determination, very aggressive, good work rate. What I like, by the way, about the SAS skin here is this panel here, custom DNA. Now, it's customizable because what you can do is you can click it here and you can change any of these points. Now, for me, we're in the Vanarama North, okay? I think we're not necessarily relying on technical ability. So for me, I want the key metrics really of I want these players to be able to work hard. So high work rate, be good teamwork. I want determination. I want these players to be naturally fit because let's face it, they're part-time players. They're not going to be full-time training. So I need these players to turn up, put a shift in. They're going to be playing a lot of games. So technicals aren't going to matter as much to me as those physicals and those mentals. So when we do recruitment, we are going to, of course, look for those primarily those mental attributes and those physical attributes. And like I say, if they fall within that DNA matrix as well, that's going to really help us. We're going to try and create this club mentality where we all kind of have the same ethos, that we will run through brick walls for each other. And I think Jordan Hickey is going to epitomise that from day one. Look at Michael Liddell, veteran fullback, 33 years old, and an absolute beast, to be honest. But look at 17 for natural fitness, at dribbling and crossing of 11, work rate of 14, determination of 14, tackling of 12, runs with the ball down the left, gets forward, moves onto his left foot. He hates big matches. I've talked myself out of it already, haven't I? Damn, it was going so well. Harrison Clark, look at this fella. 18 for fitness, 12 for work rate, 12 for teamwork, tackling's good. Yeah, get him in there. No nonsense centre back, absolutely. Lewis McNeil up front, striker. 10 goals in 40 games so far for Blyth. So that's 1 in 4. Good Vanarama national player. He's balanced, he's consistent, he is injury prone, he is currently injured with damaged cruciate ligaments that he has done twice, and he's also done his Achilles tendon. Our best striker has done his cruciate ligament twice. It's a good job he's on a non-contract, isn't it? And what about this fella, Nicky Devise? He's pretty good for our level. He's got all the mentals, determination, his work rate's decent, he's got some good leadership, his passing's very good, his vision's very good, his fitness is 17, he's clearly going to be our playmaker. He's had more clubs than a golf bag. Ridiculous. His career started in 2004 and he's had 107,000 clubs. He's been everywhere. Newcastle, Gateshead, Bedlington, Gretna, Barnet, Blyth, Iceland, the Faroe Islands. Oh yeah, and he's the coach. Of course he is. Because that's the joy of non-league football. Your players are also your coaches. So Deverdix there is player coach. John Shaw, player and assistant manager. I mean, determination 50. I can't even get rid of John Shaw. He's a leader, but that's only because of the fact that he's also a coach. But acceleration of 4. I mean, John, you're not going to play, mate, and you're probably going to have a chat with yourself about this. This is going to be awkward. And here's our goalkeeper, Alex Mitchell, who, again, I guess for our level, doesn't look too bad, really. One thing I did notice, though, when I had a quick little nosy there on the staff before we went back to the squad, is, yes, our coaches, we have coaches, really, really good at goalkeeping, but not much else. Mentals are pretty good, but the fitness, the attack and defending, we could probably do with better coaching throughout the course of the season. But more importantly, no scouts, which I guess, given the fact we're not going to be recruiting from day one, isn't the end of the world, but it's also a worry that we haven't got any scouts. So maybe we should get some of them. I mean, it's probably worth noting that there is a lot of players coming in. Yes, we've had a quick nosy around the squad, but we've already got 3 more goalkeepers coming in, 4 defenders, all the midfielders in the world. Oh yeah, and a striker to replace the one player who can't actually play because he's got legs made of biscuits. Tactically, I've got a plan for this. I'm not doing the 4-2-3-1 that they've suggested when we did the whole hello, here's your squad sort of thing. So what I reckon we're going to do is, I think we're going to go 4-3-3. Okay, and it's suggesting here fluid counter-attack, wing play, gegenpress. Now, I'm going to go fluid counter-attack first of all, on a cautious mentality, short passing, high tempo, run at defence, low defensive line and mid-block. So that sort of positioning right there, that looks pretty handy, okay? And we'll start this as a basic 4-3-3. We might tweak some of these roles because maybe box-to-box midfielder might not be necessarily what we're looking for with our players. We might go potentially for like Deverdix. Looks like he might be a playmaker, so maybe we'll go AP rather there on support rather than central midfielder. But pressing forward up front, that's going to be our initial shape, I think. Again, we're building a tactic for players we don't know. So then we're going to copy the tactic here and we're going to change it to a wing play variation. Okay, so we'll have a wing play version of what we've got there. So we've got a counter-attack, a wing play, so that's going to change us from low defensive line and mid-block to a standard defensive line and mid-block. We're going to get the ball out wide to those wing players, let them do a bit of overlap, play the ball wide, be a bit more direct as well, distributing to the flanks and looking to counter-attack, whereas, of course, before on the standard counter-attack, we were obviously going to be a little bit short passing, slightly higher. We're going to run the ball a little bit more, and then, of course, we're going to use counter-pressing and get that ball distributed as quick as we possibly can. And I think a third tactic we're going to do, just to sort of maybe help really cover all bases. We'll put a gegenpress in there as well, right? So we've got a 4-3-3 gegenpress, so a little bit more positive. So for games we think we can win, games we can impose ourselves on the opposition, we're going to get into their faces. We're going to play that high defensive line, high line of engagement, really looking to play high tempo football, pass into space. If we can, we might have to use that sparingly. I don't know. As I say, I'm not 100% sure what players we're going to have, but based on the players we've seen, that's what I'm going with. 3 variations of 4-3-3. We'll do set pieces as well. We'll have some chats with the coaches who are there. We'll show you what match day 1 looks like, shall we? Okay, so here we go then. First game of the season. We are at home to Gloucester. As we've said, we looked at this 4-3-3. We've tweaked it ever so slightly. So we've gone from a DM to a ball-winning midfielder. We've got a box-to-box midfielder. And we did stick with that AP on support for Devise. Very much, I think, quite a balanced 4-3-3, to be honest. And yeah, looking forward to this. Here we go then. Players walking out at Croft Park for the first time under my stewardship. And to be honest, there's a bit of nerves. There's a little bit of nerves here right now. I've put the camera way up high because I want to see how the tactic plays to try and get some of this positional play and see how the players are moving. Great tackle by Little. Clark, Hickey, what a ball that is for O'Donnell. He's gone through and he's tackled by Reckford, is he? Hey, we've got a penalty. We've got a penalty after, what, 50 seconds? Devise steps up, 1-0. Oh, here we go. Less than a minute on the clock. Nicky Devise gives us the lead from a penalty, but more important, what a better play leading up to that point, though. That was the only highlight of the first half. The first 50 seconds were highlights, that was a goal, and after that, nothing. Oh, hang on, free kick for us now. So Devise steps up. He's not going to shoot from here, is he? No, he's not. Knight. Oh! Lewis Knight from the edge of the area. It's 2-0. We've had 2 highlights and 2 goals. Oh, my word. Devise, smart little free kick there. Knight, edge of the box, pings it into the top corner. Why have we waited so long to come back? Third highlight, Little, throw in, Hickey, Little picks it up, Devise in for Knight, back post, O'Donnell. Oh, this is too easy. This is far too easy. Something's wrong. The flag's gone up. That's what's gone wrong. It's offside. We're absolutely dominating this game, by the way, I should say. I know that it feels weird now that they've got a highlight. Reckford, Richard Everton, in fact, sorry. Dale Fair. Oh, pick that one out. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say we're dominating games because what that does is that forces the opposition to score past us, apparently. Right, okay, we've got a corner coming in now, I think. Little, 5 minutes to go. Round 3-1. Oh, get in. Oh, this is perfect. What a start this is, by the way, to our life back at Blyth Spartans. I couldn't have wanted a better opening result. Ball's cleared out, Cousin Dawson lays it down and Round just smashes it through a sea of bodies. Armstrong's getting nowhere near it. And there's the full-time whistle. That is a performance and a half. And the problem with that, though, is that my expectations have now risen from we were going to get relegated to actually we might not get relegated. I need to work out how long before my bubble gets burst. So if you've enjoyed it, hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. I can't wait for the next episode. I hope you're excited as well. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and we'll be back very, very shortly with episode 2 of Blyth Spartans. I think this is going to be fun.